UltraCam is a mod I created for Tears of the Kingdom. It's packed with multiple quality of life features such as dynamic KEYFRAMES, fog reduction, FOV control, visual quality improvements, as well as cinematic capabilities. But before I dive into the details, if you love what you're about to see and want to contribute to the mod's development, consider supporting me on my Ko-Fi page. And now we are in Tears of the Kingdom with only the Freecam installed. If you press left trigger and down, it will unlock the camera. You can move it around. This is the base speed. If you press left to slow down the speed of the camera, you can slow it down quite a bit. If you press right on your D-pad, it will speed up the camera. You can go pretty fast if you want to export the map like this. So if you press left trigger, it will slow down the camera even more, so you can get really close up shots to Link. If you press a left bumper, you can go down, and with the right bumper you can go up like this. If you press L and A, you can get a rotation around the camera, which may mess up with a little bit of your own rotation, so you can press the left stick to reset the rotation, left stick to reset. If you press down, you're going to get control back from Link. You can move around. If you press down again, you'll get control of the camera. Now if you press up, you're going to get a different rotational mode, which rotates around an object that is in front of the camera. Something like this. By pressing X, we're going to put a keyframe. Then we press X again, we can put another keyframe. Then if you press the right stick, it's going to play the animation. If you press down, we can take control of Link. We put another keyframe, and we're going to get an animation based on 3 keyframes, which will interpolate the movement, cut it up, and draw like a circle that the camera will take. If we press right, we can speed up the animation. Put another keyframe here. We can speed up the animation. We can slow down the animation. We can reverse the animation by pressing the right bumper. And we can pause the animation by pressing the left bumper. You can reverse it again to go back to normal. By pressing B, we remove the keyframe. We remove the last keyframe, so you can remove all of them by pressing 4 times. We can put a keyframe here. We can put one in here. Whoop. We can put another one in here. And we get this. It's very, very easy. Very, very simple. Play the animation again, and you hold left trigger, you can slow it down as it goes, and then it's going to interpolate it and go a little bit faster. It should feel pretty smooth. It shouldn't feel very forceful. You can press the right trigger to go even faster. This gives you very nice control of the animation. Like this, and you can always reverse it if you want to get all the way down here. Wait for Link to do animation, and then whoop. By holding down and pressing Y, we're going to zoom in the camera. By holding down and pressing A, we're going to zoom out the camera. Like this, which increases the FOV essentially. If you go out of Link, you can hold down and then zoom in the camera as well. It's a little bit slower. Like this. You can get something really nice and close like this. Or you can get something really far away. Really increase FOV. This is the maximum. Some really crazy shots like this one. This really zoomed in FOV is gonna help you get some really nice screenshots. Really nice close. You can use the white FOV to get some really insane looking cinematic shots. And now we get something like this. We can put another keyframe in here maybe. And do this. Now we're going to take a look at all the features of the mod. On the left we have remove fog set to off, and on the right we have it set to on. There is a few other mods that do something similar, but this is compatible with all of them. It doesn't remove all the fog in the game, it only just reduces the layer around Link. Now we're going to compare it to Dynamic FPS 1.553, which is using an internal upscaling method, while my version is using an external upscaling method. From my experience, the Dynamic FPS method of upscaling has quite a lot of issues, like stuttering. Right now, the biggest issue with my upscaling method is that the ambient occlusion is not perfect right now. Once I get more free time, I'm going to try to fix this. On the second screenshot, you're actually going to see the fog difference. There is just a small issue with ambient occlusion that I'm going to fix eventually. Now we can talk about what is the future of this mod and what else I have planned for it. There is quite a lot to talk about the features that I have planned ahead of us. First, we can start talking about what is actually possible and 100% is going to make it into the mod. The keyframe control with external software and the keyframe save feature, as well as the reverse sequence feature. The keyframe control with external software and the keyframe save features are very possibly going to happen in one of the next versions, because they are not as hard as the other things I have planned. Next, we have FOV interpolation. Currently the FOV function is not fast enough to handle interpolation, I think. I haven't actually tested this, but it may actually be possible. Teleporting Link. This is potential. There is quite a lot of potential in this, and I'm currently looking into ways to do this. The way it would work is you can teleport Link to the camera location. Possibly adding GUI, essentially a GUI into TOTK. I am not a big fan of GUI because it seems like it's adding quite a lot of issues. I'm not sure if I want to do this. I'm uncertain as of right now. Potentially adding weather control and time adjustment. This is a big feature I really want to do, but I don't know how much time this is going to take. It could take like 50 hours just reverse engineering. It could take like 10 hours just reverse engineering. Each one of these features that tries to add something new to the mod, it's going to take a lot of time. Currently the mod has taken probably over 100+ hours to make, so there is quite a lot of issues with that. So another thing that is potential is fixing more issues with TOTK visuals. I mean, shadows, maybe internal resolution upscaling, maybe more things. Increasing the heap size is currently what I'm struggling with. I haven't really looked into it. I haven't had the time to look into it, so there is that. Moving the object actor along with Link. Object actor is the actor responsible for rendering the objects. Currently it's using an offset to Link. I haven't found the actual potential pointer to that, but I have been able to fix other actors like this. This potentially is fixable, and I think it's very likely eventually I will find it and I'll fix it. Right now I fixed the shadows, LODs and fog actors, which were not moving with the camera, but in the current version they are. If you have been following my updates from 2 weeks ago, you would have seen the fog around Link that was pretty annoying to fix. First person capabilities and VR capabilities. This is a really huge feature that is 100% eventually going to happen. VR TOTK is not too far away. You can be excited about that. It's probably gonna take until next year somewhere, I don't know. And another feature is the camera following Link. This is very likely going to happen eventually. It's essentially going to be a rotational mode, and you can just set an offset to the camera and it's going to follow Link. This is 100% going to happen. Some other things I didn't actually include here is more control to the functionality of the mod. Currently the mod uses a config file, and in this config file you can input different presets. For example, you can put how much FPS you want. It's in intervals of 20, 30 and 60. There is potential for 120 interval. I haven't looked into it because of time. Other things that potentially is disabling dynamic FPS and adding compatibility with Chuck's dynamic FPS. Right now Chuck's dynamic FPS is stuck on to 1.20, which may never actually change because Chuck has been gone for 4 months. That is a very long time, by the way. He only worked on dynamic FPS for about 2 months, which really sucks. It takes a lot of time away from me because I'm currently developing quite a lot of features that are not part of the Freecam. And other than this, there is gonna be more things in the config file. Right now we have FOV, fog, and resolution scaling, which fixes a bunch of the issues with the resolution scaling in Yuzu, and we have the shadow resolution. Other than this, I'm thinking about in the future there may be camera speed, maybe something else that's potentially useful. I don't yet know, but there is going to be more things to come. And this kind of wraps around everything that I had to talk about with the new features that may come, or some of them may never make it to the camera. If you want to contribute to the development of these features, consider checking out my Ko-fi and maybe dropping a like and a subscribe for future updates.